All right, bet. Finna just give y'all a little breakdown of how last week trades occurred, what I was thinking, and what made me take the trades. When I'm on the charts, I always come to the higher time frame first. First thing I'm gonna look at is the daily and the weekly and see what my bias is. So based off the weekly, you can see that price is hella bullish. So I'm gonna continue. Like my first thought is I want to continue with what price already doing. So that's being bullish. So I'm gonna come to the charts looking for signs of bullishness. Even though right here we do got a little choppy and we got areas to fill right here, I'm not finna guess when price want to turn around. So what I can see is this last daily candle failed to close below. I mean weekly candle failed to close below this previous weekly candle. So what I'm gonna do is drop down to the daily time frame and see what I can see. I'm gonna kind of speed run this for y'all so y'all don't have a long video. I can see that this low right here got ran on the daily time frame, and price also failed to close below this low and closed back inside the range of this candle right here. And the range of the candle is nothing but the top of the candle to the bottom of the candle. So that would be like this. I'll teach all about that too. So I use a couple things inside my trading. I use support and resistance. I use fair value gaps. I use liquidity, and I use CRT. Not even CRT, but yeah, CRT based on how the candle closed. I'll tell y'all about that too. So now that we can see on the daily time frame, prices came and wiped out this low, and also what we can see is price closed above this daily fair value gap right here. So now we got how many things that is? Price ran this low, price closed above this daily fair value gap, um, and formed the CRT right here, and we already bullish, so that's four things already. All right, boom. Drop down to the 4 hour time frame. What do we see? We see that we got this 4 hour FVG right here, bearish FVG, and we got another 4 hour bearish FVG right here. What did price end up doing? Price ended up disrespecting both of these FVGs. So price came and closed above this FVG, and it also closed this above this FVG. That's giving me more support to my bullish theory. So I already got the higher time frame from the weekly, daily, and the 4 hour. So all on the showing me bullishness based off these fair value got getting disrespected, and we already ran the sell side liquidity. So after we run sell side liquidity, then price should be looking to go run buy side liquidity. If price wanted to sell, it would have sold from one of these 4 hour gaps back down, but it didn't, and it closed on top of it. All right. Now after I see that, I'm gonna go try to find the entry into I'm gonna go try to find an entry so that I can catch this move right here, at least back up to this high right here. Um, the reason I'm gonna drop down to my time frames is so I can just get a better RR risk to reward, so my stop loss can be smaller because I'm not trying to have a goddamn 100 pip stop loss. I'm trying to have a 10 to 20 pip stop loss or something like that. If I drop down to the 1 hour time frame, there's really no good entries beside this FVG down here. And then if I drop down to the 15-minute time frame, we can see that price is already respecting this 15-minute FVG, and also it's small but it's there, this 15-minute FVG, which is showing me that price do want to continue to buy up. Just support my theory of bullishness and support my theory of gaining buys. Now I'm trying to find an entry into this trade. So if I go to the 5-minute time frame, I enter this trade at 26, it's 25 right here. So when I seen this happen right here at 10:20, this right here showed me that price was ready to buy up, at least to go fill this fair value gap right here. And what I was saying about the CRT is why I use it, because if I go back to the daily time frame, you can see that price pushed down to below this low of this candle, but still closed inside the range of this candle. Sellers was in right here in the control, but buyers was so strong in this area they pushed price all the way back up and closed inside the range of this previous candle. Now if I go back to this 5-minute time frame, the same thing happened. The candles don't look exactly the same, but they damn near the same candles. Sellers was in control, pushed price all the way back down here, and then buyers came back in control and pushed price all the way back up to close inside the range of this candle right here. All right, now that I see that, I'm confident in the entry to that price will at least not come back below this low before it comes and fill this gap. So that's kind of another confluence as to why I would enter a trade from this area. I enter my trades off the 1 minute and the 3 minute time frame, but lately I've been doing the 1 minute time frame because it just shows me a little more, a little something more cleaner. I'm gonna bring these bars back so y'all can see what I was looking at in real time. Okay, boom. That was that 5 minute candle right there. Boom. And then you go down to the 1 minute time frame. You can see. Let me take all of this off. You can see that we got a bearish FVG right here that got disrespected, which is also supporting our theory for buys. And you could have entered right here. This wouldn't have been a bad trade. Like you enter right here, boom, put your stop loss back below this low, and you target at least a 1-to-1. I mean, that's a winning trade, but all my trades, I'm trying to at least target like a 1-to-5 or something, or at least a 1-to-2 or something like that. So I would target this area right here. See, we got another 1 minute fair value got right here. So it's the area I'll be looking out for. But in my trades, I'm trying to get the smallest R possible. And I know that if this candle just pushed up this much, it's a chance that price is going to create another fair value gap right here. And I'm going to enter off of that fair value gap. I really would like price to get back down here, but that's just not what happened. This would be the best entry down here because then you can enter from here, put your stop loss below this low right here that created the fair value gap, and then target the same as that area with a smaller stop loss. But price ended up creating another bullish FVG right here. So I'll mark this out. And now I'm waiting to see how price react once it gets into this fair value gap. I see that price had pushed down into this fair value gap and ended up respecting it. If price wanted the sell below this level to sell back down to this level right here, it would have disrespected this fair value gap and then continue to sell down. The same way that price just closed above this fair value gap right here. If price wanted to sell down, it would have respected at least this one or disrespected this one. So that's all supporting my theory to buy. My entry is based off invalid fair value gaps, anyways. Like I enter once a fair value gap has been disrespected on the 1 minute time frame. But not only because of that, I'm entering based off what I just seen on the higher time frames, but I'm just entering off the lower time frames to get a smaller RR. Um, the trade I caught was right here on this candle. Actually, I think I watched it like come down, jitter a little bit, and then we enter like right here somewhere on this candle. Um, Stop loss was below the low of this candle right here, and the first target I think was like 50% of this 1 minute FVG. So let's see what that was. It was a little more than a 1-to-1, but all of my trades that I call, the first TP is always gonna be a 1-to-1 every time, every single time, because I don't like calling trades and I'm you risking $100 and then you get the $50 and TP1 hit, like because you was risking $100, so I at least want you to hit for what you was risking. So by the time we hit TP1, that trade is all into your hands. Like I did my job already. So our TP1 was at this 1 minute FVG right here, and we're just gonna see what the trade did. The next candle immediately hit TP1. Like not even like it literally took 1 minute. It immediately hit TP1. At this point, I'm going break even on this trade and making it a risk-free trade. Like I said, my main targets would be a 1 or 2 on trade. So I would be looking for at least a 1 or 2. But now that I see we got this another FVG up here, I'm gonna target this too. And my main, like my last target is always gonna be probably the high of the last 1 hour candle that formed. And then, for a swing trade, you can go to the 4 hour and then catch this high right here. So we already up whatever we risked on the trade. Now we just following the trade. What I can see is price gave us another bullish FVG right here. So that's just making me a little better to go break even because our entry was below this FVG anyways. You could put another entry in once price come and respect this FVG, but my kind of thing is I just want to press enter one time. Like that's how I've been a little bit. I know I should get more aggressive because I can make more money for sure. Like if I was to come, like price was to come down here and I would enter again and then just continue up because price is still showing me bullishness basically, and then we just created another bullish FVG too. So that's kind of supporting my entry. But I'm gonna just use that as a safety net for this position instead of entering again and then price close below here, come stop me at break even, and then I lose money from this entry. I'm gonna just wait. Price ended up coming, tapping into that gap, and you can see that price ended up closing below this 1 minute bullish FVG. When price did that, that would have kind of threw me off a little bit because like, why did it come back and close below this FVG when we was just you know showing bullishness right here, especially with that 5 minute. But if you go look at the 5 minute time frame, you can see that we had a 5 minute bearish FVG right here, and also a 3 minute bullet bearish FVG, and we also had a 1 minute bullet bearish FVG. But like I said, the higher time frame was supporting my theories. So I think I called. Let me see. No, actually, I ain't even called break even on this trade. We held this trade. Yeah, we held this trade. Most times I'm gonna call BE for y'all though. So because price already hit a 1-to-1, most time I'm gonna call BE for y'all. But I think I just called TP1 hit. I don't even think I was on the chart because I didn't even call TP1 hit. I wish I can show this screen too. Let me see if I can pull this in here. Yeah, I can. Right here. I ended up just calling TP3. I didn't even call like no TP1s or nothing. I must wasn't even looking at the charts or nothing. But let me get that off the screen. Price came all the way back down here, closed below this bullish FVG. Now what I'm looking at is we still got this FVG right here that could possibly get respected, and we still got this FVG right here that could possibly get respected before our stop loss come get hit. Price ended up bouncing right back off this same FVG again, respecting it, and we back in profit. I mean, we not at a 1-to-1 right now, but we still in profit. Now that we see this happen, this could have been a second entry right here. Price respected this 1 minute FVG twice, and you could have just entered again and took it to the high. But that's kind of like not advanced, but like if you just you gotta be a real risk taker to do shit like that. But yeah, we also closed above this 1 minute FVG right here too. That's why I mainly trade off of FVGs though. Like this FVG got closed above, boom, retested it once, bought off of it, and then retested it two more times and still bought off of it. That's just showing us bullishness right there. Price ended up running. TP2 got hit. TP3 was 29. Would have been a 1 to 3 above this FVG right here. We disrespected this right here. That give us a more of a like a more support to hold the buys is what I would say. More support to hold the buys. And now final TP was this high right here. I don't even remember if that high got hit or not. But TP3 just got hit. And let's see if all TPs should have got hit on this trade. I'm pretty sure. This trade flew. Boom. All TPs hit. And that was how I caught this setup right here. I think this trade kept going too. But this was a great trade right here. But that was basically my bias on how I caught that trade last week.